So you want to be able to practice faster on the lyre and play faster on the lyre. But how do you do it? The obvious answer is just play more, just practice more. But that's not always so easy, and that doesn't always make it work better, because while people say practice makes perfect, practice actually makes you play perfectly how you're practicing. So if you're practicing it incorrectly, then it makes you play it perfectly incorrectly, which of course is not ideal. So there's a few things that you can practice that are super helpful. And so I'm going to share a couple of those with you today. And also I'm going to share something that Eric Andreas, who's a guitar teacher, said that I found super helpful. And that's practice when you are not doing anything taxing. So if you're sitting and chilling out with some friends, or sitting and watching the kids play, or sitting and watching TV, it's always a good time to be practicing something on the lyre. So without further ado, here's something that you can practice. One of the best ways to practice something that can help you increase your speed is by looping. And broken chords, also known as arpeggios, are a great way to start. And so what a broken chord is, for those of you who are not who have not been playing music for long, is when you play all the notes together, it is a solid chord, and when you break them up and play one after the other, it is a broken chord, or an arpeggio. So the two easiest ones to start with are G and A minor, because they are the 1, 3, 5, and 2, 4, 6. So you play it over and over, and you start as slow as you need to. And once you get feeling a little bit better about it, then you can speed it up a little bit. And just start incrementally at first. And then eventually you'll be able to speed it up a lot more. And this is a great thing to be able to do for using as background while you are talking, or also for while you're playing songs. It's just using a simple strum pattern, or a finger picking pattern of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And of course you can practice this with all of your chords as well. And you may be asking, how do I hold my fingers? And some people say you should use your pinky finger as an anchor, and you can do that. I find it a little bit awkward, and if you hold it a little bit more towards you, then it's a little easier. But what I like to use is one of my other fingers as an anchor. So when I'm playing my G, I use my third finger as an anchor, and I just hold that one on the string while I play my other notes. And when I play my A minor, then I just shift it up, and I can use that as an anchor on my fifth string. Or you can do it with your 1, 2, 3, and use your fourth finger as an anchor on the third, and then you move up just the first two fingers, and then you use the third finger as an anchor. because it is nice to have something to rest on. When you're trying to float all of your fingers, it is a little bit more difficult. So that is your first thing to practice. Second thing to practice is chords, kind of like, not chords, what do we call them? Scales. Now scales, it's dependent on how you're going to play. So some people like to play with all 5 fingers. I do that when I'm in a piano sort of mood. Some people play with 4 fingers because that's more similar to what you would do with the guitar. And some people like to play with the thumb and the first 2 fingers, which apparently, although I've never played it, is how they do it for classical guitar. And the biggest thing, this is really great for practicing, because when you practice this, what you do is you play up and down, but you play more than one note in a row with the same finger or thumb. So the thumb is your going up finger you use, and then your top ones, you use the second and the third, and then the second is for going back down. And you can do it on your A. And for something a little bit different, then of course you do your chord, or your, scale. And then the bottom half of the scale at the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2. And you start that as slowly as you need to. And try it different ways. Right now, again, I've switched over to doing it with 4 fingers, but try it with the 3 fingers. Or with the 4 fingers. Or with all 5 fingers. So there you go. There are 2 things that you can practice to help increase your speed. And the other last thing that I'm going to suggest is, when you are playing a song, break it down into tiny little chunks. So take a bar or a couple of bars to start, or 5 or 6 notes if you're not looking at the music, and just practice over and over that one little part. And then when you're done that, you go into the next part. And so by chunking it into little tiny pieces, it makes it much easier to learn as well. So I hope you find that helpful, and that helps you with your practicing and with your speed. And keep on practicing, and we will see you next time. And if you want to learn more, be sure to subscribe below check out our lyre lessons if you're interested in learning how to play the lyre. And we will see you next time.